I'm here. I'm here 3 minutes late, but I'm here. And I am excited to reveal to you today. I'm walking to my little Instagram spot and I am going to have to clear off my desk here really fast. But tell you, well, I'm going to do, this is pretty much going to be a live unboxing. Hang on. I got to put this, with this little stand thing. I got to put it in there. Okay. There we go. Hi. Welcome. Okay. So yesterday, hang on 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, this is very exciting. Thank you for being here. Okay, so yesterday I unwrapped a couple of these on here and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to start from scratch and show you guys everything. So, ask me all the questions. Tell me what you want to know. It's like so much has been happening that it's like hard to know where to start with the whole story. Okay, so as you guys, well, probably know, I made a planner once when I needed it because I had a lot to do and I needed a place to write it all down and keep it all organized. And I couldn't find a planner on the market that had a to-do list and a schedule side by side. So I made a planner. And that planner got into Target and then I sold the company and then I'm free to do something else. And so one thing that I learned in my personal life, the second I sold that company was that I didn't need a planner like that anymore. And my life had changed. The season of my life had changed. My responsibility level had changed. I had less to do work-wise. There was less of a changing daily list and more of a consistent, there were more routines and rhythms as I just focused on mostly mom stuff, which felt like a lot of that felt really repetitive. I've learned a lot about routines over the past couple of years and I've got a dog with a cone on her head. Oh my gosh, you guys. I know you don't want to see that, but you're here for this. But it's so funny and she can't figure out what to do. So if you hear a weird sound, it's because the cone is scratching on. Okay, so I'm going to open this stuff. So different seasons, different systems. That sort of became my mantra as I started to understand why I wasn't using a daily planner as much anymore. And then a couple months ago, it was I've got these weird things. It was in April or something. I was talking to Lindsay Sherbondi, who, as you know, okay, so there's three. Let me think. Let me figure it out. Okay. These two, hang on. These two from your screen, they look like the same color. They're not exactly the same color. It's very close. On my little color cards, it's one color different. So the bindings on those are different colors. I'm going to show you guys all the details. So just ask me. The bindings on these are two different colors. And I'm going to tell you about how this planner came to be while I open these. And then I'll stop talking about how the planner came to be and I'll show you the covers. I'll reveal the covers and then I'll do a walkthrough and I'll show you the format and the layout and some of the heart behind it. So I was talking to Lindsay Sherbondi and she was like, I make my own planner. She was like, I print it out every year. I put it in a binder. She said, I'm left-handed. And I said, Lindsay, you should make that planner. She was like, no, I have so many friends that make planners. And she does. Oh, that's sweet, Whitney. And there's Erin Day. Hey. Thank you guys so much for being here. So many of you that like have my phone number in real life have texted or messaged me on private messaged me, DM'd me, and just said you're excited for me. So I am so excited. So anyway, I was talking to Lindsay and I was like, Lindsay, you should make that planner. And she was like, no, so many of my friends make planners. And she was like, I'll send you the files. And I was like, don't send me the files. What am I going to do with that? But she did. And there's my other friend, Whitney. And I saw Kristen Becker on here as well. Hi. And I've just seen a few names like fly by. And so whenever my contract ended this year, I was like, okay, this is it. Maybe this is it. And so she was right. This format is out there. It's a weekly format. It's not out there everywhere. And there's not a planner company yet. Wait for it. Who's like, promoting this format. And so this worked really well for Lindsay because she's left-handed, which also is an interesting take on things. So it works well for me as a right-handed person, actually, as well. And hang on, there was one other thing I was going to say about. Oh, and what we're going to do for a limited time, definitely during the launch period of this product, is we're going to be donating a portion of all these sales to the Sherbandi family. It was kind of a dream to actually hire Lindsay to be an art director for this new company. But as you guys probably know, she has been going through a tragic situation with her daughter, Ava. And I just don't feel right about her like really being the impetus for all of this, this ideation process. This was her idea. And to give credit where credit's due, we are going to give back to her family. And that's also one thing that I want this company to be about. So I actually have a lot of give back plans built into this. Every time we sell a planner, every time you buy a planner, I want you guys to know that I feel like I've been blessed in my life. And so paying it forward is hugely important in my life. And I am sorry I'm saying you guys. I wish I could take them out of my sentences. But I have traveled the world after selling my last company, and I've seen a lot of things that are pretty uncomfortable to see. But sending our dollars to certain organizations really is going to help them. And so as we move forward, after we get done giving back to the Sherbandis, we're going to be picking some different organizations and giving back to them as well. So I'll be sure to tell those, most of them are nonprofit, but tell those stories as I go, move forward with this. And I'm not selling this company, you guys. This is my heart, and I have built it into every page of this planner. There's actually another format that's already been requested. I have had 3 people private message me, so that's already in the works. And I have another very specific format. Well, so that the second format that's in the works is also weekly. I can't tell you anything else about it. And then the third format that's in the works, I actually have a partner in that business on, and I will tell you more about that. So there's actually a lot of stuff coming, as well as a pile of samples around here of accessories that are going to go with this. But right now we have the planner. That's what matters. Okay. So let me open. That's the background. Any questions? You good? Okay. So we have 3 cover styles, and I went back and forth on this, you guys. I knew that first and foremost, I wanted the planner to look different. I didn't want it to have gold corners, and I didn't want it to be ring bound or I like big spiral on the end. Something that I've realized as I've kept my planners over the years is that those spirals take up a lot of space in my cabinet. And I want something, but I love decorating bookshelves. As you guys know, I've spent a lot of time doing interior design work this year and have a degree in interior design. And so I wanted something that was book-like. So this case, this is just meant to be a twofold purpose, slightly decorative. But also just, it's a storage case. We wanted to minimize packaging. So this does not come in another box. This doesn't come in any other, this just comes shrink wrapped, just how and I've already dinged it up. But after I take the planner out of this case, I can put this on my shelf and it says 2020 right there. And I could decorate with my planners basically. So that was kind of, an intention behind this is I want to be able to put my planner on my shelf, keep it, and know what year it's referring to. Okay, are you ready for planner number 1? I'm so excited, you guys. Look at that. It's so different and so good. I wanted it to be not what is on the market right now. I wanted it to look so different. Okay, so another thought behind, so I'm showing you, there's 3 cover styles, but this is the simplest one. The other 2 are more elaborate because, again, as I've done interior design work over the past couple of years for clients, I've done a lot of that actually. I don't post pictures of clients' homes because of privacy issues, but I've done a lot of that. And also because I decorate for their style, not necessarily for an Instagram feed style. So here's the cover. It is a soft blue color. This color came about in my life because I actually have a friend and client who, it is a Whitney English planner. It's not like anything. It's just a Whitney English planner. And the format, we're going to be referring to it by the format type because there are other formats in the works. And this format is week on one page format by Whitney English. So this color is it's like not a periwinkle, but not light blue. It is definitely not light blue. It has warmer tones in that. It has like pink undertones in it. And then this little symbol is something that was just a happy accident, you guys. I can tell you more about that. And then on the back, right there, it says very subtly, a Whitney English planner. It's backwards for you guys. Sorry about that. Come on, Instagram. So I'm going to open it up. You can see there's a little bit of liner color. So I wanted this to be really subtle. When it sits on somebody's desk, I wanted it to go with the decor in the room, which sounds like a crazy thing, but I just didn't. So many people have said to me that, like friends and you guys, friends in real life and friends online, have said that you work in a corporate environment and you need to have a planner on your desk that will help people take you seriously. And I understand that as a female. Okay, so here's the fun thing about this one. It has this English chintz inside of it. So you guys don't know this about me. So here's something else you're going to learn. I have a collection of historic textiles and art. Actual hand-painted art. It's amazing. I can show you sheets of it that artists have done over the years. And you guys may know that my mom is an antique dealer, so I collect that stuff. I have been collecting it for a long time, and I am pulling it out and going to be using it in all the collections that I develop going forward. So there is a story behind almost every one of these patterns, and that I'm getting ready to show you today. There are 2 other patterns that are going to be on the covers that I'm going to show you today. And the story behind this, just the short version of it is an English chintz, and just English garden roses, and I recolored it to be all blue. And we've got a cute little bumblebee right there. That little guy's name, that little guy has a name. There is a little bit more about that little guy in the back of the planner, right there. I'll read that to you in a second, but this is it. So this is planner number 1. Okay. Let me show you planners number 2 and 3. So it again, like, so it could sit on your shelf like this, or you can, stick it in the box. I will just probably keep this box on my shelf until I'm done with the planner at the end of the year, and then I will add it. Then I'll keep storing that for keeps. Okay, are you ready? Cover number 2, you guys. Look at that. Because there's something about striped planners. Can I get some hearts on that? And amen. There is something about it. So I wanted this business, this company, to have a signature stripe. And there were so many stripe options in the works, you guys. But I was sitting with my iPad one day drawing, and this stripe just popped up. I drew it by hand. I don't know if you can kind of see it. Oh, and also can you see like the grain in these are vegan leather, you guys. So it's like a leatherette option. It's not real leather, but it's vegan leather, and it's got that really cool grain in it. Basically like an expensive purse. So wanted there to be a stripe, and this stripe, it's kind of delicate. It's hand drawn, and I love that I can use it in different scales. Going forward, I can shrink it down for liner sizes. There's just a lot of stuff. And actually this stripe, there's a picture of it on my Instagram with a sneak peek of another product that I've been working on as well. So this cover is called Signature Stripe, and the color is very blue. As you can see, the storage box on this is blue. It is the cover is a tint of it, but not. This is more subtle. That's because when we print the boxes, we have to print in Pantone colors, which are really true. But when we print these, it's complicated 4-color process, which is more muted, which is what I'm going for. But I can't print these in this. 2 different printers, 2 different processes. So anyway, this is it's a blue, not navy at all, not royal. I'm wearing kind of a warm gray shirt, so that kind of helps you with the comparison on that. Just a really pretty blue. Kind of preppy, kind of nautical, but also just, oh my gosh, you guys, and then another thing about this format was, and the box, okay, what am I doing? Look, here's cover number 2. I wanted this format to work for memory keeping as well, which I'll talk about more in a second. Okay, so this pattern is also from my collection. This is a block print paisley, and from the region of India, Jaipur. Did I say that right? I've never been to India, but I so want to go because I am absolutely nuts over block print textiles. And I just want to go to the markets and shop. But this is a paisley. It is subtle. This might be the one that I use for 2020. These are all 2020. And it's a block print put into repeat. So block print, in India, they take these wooden blocks and they use a lot of paisley motifs and they block it out on fabric. And so that's basically the style of this. So all of these patterns, again, are based on textiles because I love that And here's another thing about color schemes. I've noticed that whenever I design products to go in my, or when I design products, they in the past, they've tended to be brighter, but after doing all this interior design work, I wanted these to be more subtle and to be able to go on, sit on your desk and kind of match the decor in your room. So that's the premise behind this. Erin says they're so chic. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna walk you through the format next. It's gonna be backwards. Actually, maybe I can turn my phone around. So these are the 3 cover styles. So you can see them kind of all in. Okay, hang on. How do I do this? What's the best way to do this? It's hard. So you can see this one is next to these. It almost has like a lavender tint, this solid, but when on its own, it just comes off as light blue. It's not lavender. But I wanted there to be different tints and shades in all of this because that's really that's really how it works in our houses, in our homes. So anyway, that's it. Those are the 3 cover styles. Okay, now I need to show you the format. So I'm going to turn my phone around so you can actually see it. Okay, but I have to get samples off of my desk, you guys. There's a ton of stuff happening here. Oh, and you know what else? I've got these notepads. Oh, I showed you the other day, if you've seen it. I'll leave that on the desk just in case we need to talk about it later. But there's so much more stuff on order, you guys. So much more stuff coming. So exciting. Sticky notes that also happen to be samples. Okay, my address. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Coffee, water bottle. Okay, I'm turning the camera around. Are you ready? And then I've got to adjust. Hang on. This is kind of awkward. I have to adjust. Hang on. Let me do this. Oh, but if I turn it around, I can't see it. That's not going to work. I can't do that. When can we purchase? Don't hold me to this, but I think the website is going to be ready. Same bat time, same bat place, 10 a.m. this time next week. And for the first batch of these, it's expensive to ship stuff from China. And so I had them air freight 300 pieces, 100 of each design, which is why I got here so quickly. The rest of it is going by boat, which is going to take 2 more weeks. So the first round, there are only going to be 100 pieces of each planner for sale. So tentatively, next Wednesday at 10 a.m. is when it's going to be for sale. Okay, the whole turning the camera around thing is not going to work because there's no way. I'm trying to think through technical stuff. I don't think there's any way for me to see what I'm showing you. Hang on. Yeah, there is. Guys, why is this so hard? Okay, hang on. I'm going to try this again, the turning the camera thing around. I think I'm overthinking this. Hang on. You're going to see a little bit of a messy bookcase here for 2 seconds. Oh, it works. Why was I overthinking that, you guys? Okay. You can kind of see okay, stay phone, stay. Okay, here we go. You kind of see the not so cute. Ooh. Okay. Format walkthrough. Are you ready? It worked, you guys. I was overthinking that. I'm trying to tighten this up. Okay, here we go. Cover styles all at once. Yay. It drives me crazy that little stand thing is back there, but I'm gonna have to figure that out. Okay. Are you ready? Here's the interior. Look at that. colored tabs. How cool is that? The paper is really smooth, you guys. I'm going to do a pen test. I have not done a pen test yet. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to move these other two out of the way, and we're just going to walk through this one. Okay. So 2020 planners. It's a Whitney English planner. Week on one page format with the Heart Goals framework is included. Somebody was guessing about that yesterday. They were like, is it a Heart Goals planner? It includes Heart Goals, but it's not a Heart Goals planner. So I've got the little note for you guys right there. We have a walkthrough page that talks about all the features. Oh, you know what? I'm going to flip straight to, I'm going to show you the weekly. This is the format, you guys. Let me see if I can move my little thing to get closer. Let's see if we can get any closer. Can you see that? This is the format. Week on one page format. So we've got the week on the left-hand side with the traditional Monday start, which is also another question I get. You guys know I love a Monday start. And traditionally, like weekly, like formats like this, they actually do start on Monday. The monthly planner also is a Monday start. That is how the flagship planner was at Day Designer. And I'm addicted to it, you guys. I like keeping the weekend in one column. I like being able to plan my weekends, my Saturday and Sunday together, and then have my week right here. So everything is a Monday start. And it's one of those things that it takes some getting used to. I changed the settings on my phone so that my calendar on my phone is a Monday start too, which helps. But once you get used to it, you're going to love it. I promise. So weekly format, starting with Monday. And then I hand drew all of these little icons for, to mark the special events. And I'm so excited about those. And then this is your list right here. So you've got, you can put your appointments right here and right here if you need to, and then all of your list, and the list is broken into chunks. So you can, let me take a pen here. So like I could write, let's see, I don't want to write in this one. Now there are going to be so many samples like half written in, but like I could say, this is what I've got to do for kids' school. This is cleaning the house. This is work. And so I can kind of categorize my to-do list and have my list for the week all on one page. Okay. So that's the format. We're calling this the week on one page format. And this is our little mission statement: to take you from burnt out to beautiful, from overwhelmed to organized, from messy to meaningful, from chaos to confidence, from flustered to focused, and from busy to balanced. And that is the mission of this new company or this product. Okay. And so we've got in this planner right here. Okay. You guys are asking questions and I am not seeing them. I will start looking at your comments. If you have a question, also this is sideways for you, isn't it? Oh, there is a question. Hang on. How does this work? Question box. I've never done the question box thing. Questions from your viewers will show up here. How does that work? It said there was a question. Yeah. Did somebody ask something? Oh, my husband's watching this. Oh, here it is. The other, tap a response to show it on your screen and share it with your viewers. Okay, so if I tap this, can you see that? Maybe there's a delay. Response couldn't be shared. Try again. What? Hey, there's my friend Natalie Chang. The question is, I don't know why it's not working. The question is, when will the other products be? Oh, there we go. The other products, when will those be available? As they come in, as available. I can show you, there's a bag of samples around here someplace. I can show you one thing. Anyway, okay. So this is, okay, now I put, sorry you guys, I'm trying to figure all this out. Okay, how do I get rid of the question? There we go. Oh, there's another question. Should you, okay, here, no, I don't have to read it. I can share it. It's kind of the angle of this. Should you do the Heart Goals course along with this, or does the planner have Heart Goals information in it? The Heart Goals course is available right now. So the thing about Heart Goals is, and I need to do another live about that and explain how Heart Goals ties in. Because you can, once you learn Heart Goals, you can, well, and so what this planner is, what this does is one of the things that I wanted it to do was teach you about Heart Goals, because the message of Heart Goals is one of the most important things that I feel like I need to get out into the world right now, because it helps take you from busy to balanced. And that's what's important in all of our lives. So this is about Heart Goals right here, this page. And then this page right here is Heart Goals 101. So this is just the basics of it to help you, I mean, memorize this, but also like refer to it on a regular basis. Because when you start referring to Heart Goals on a weekly basis and a daily, like you can use it to look at different time periods of your life, daily versus weekly versus monthly versus yearly. And it'll help you in all of those areas in each of those time frames. So this is just these are the 5 life segments. Help yourself, empower yourself, all your people, your resources and responsibilities, your trade and talent. And you guys, when you think through each of those 5 things, you have covered every single thing that matters in life, and you've checked all those boxes. Check those 5 boxes and life will be balanced. I promise. I've been doing this for years. And this process has been evolving. So this is a really quick checklist. So this page tells you about the 5 segments, and then this page gives you questions that you can ask for each. And after you do this enough, you will start to, you'll just know this. You'll be like, okay, I need to start with H, help myself. Sleep, water, nutrition, exercise. And if you're starting to feel like out of balance in your day, or you're starting to feel like life is out of balance, then you need to look at a broader time period, like your week or your month. And you ask yourself these questions, and you'll know exactly what to do. Oh, I'm not getting enough sleep. Okay, now you know what to prioritize. I'm not getting enough water. Okay, now I know what to prioritize. So on and so forth. So this page is in the front of the planner to give you guys a reference for Heart Goals. Now, that being said, the course is about using Heart Goals on a yearly basis. The format for this planner is going to direct you to use Heart Goals on a monthly basis, because at the beginning of every month, see, this is the month tab. So you can see at the beginning of every month, there is a Heart Goals check-in. So you can use this page on your planner to check in with Heart Goals on a monthly basis. There is not a reference to Heart Goals on the weekly layout. If you wanted to do a weekly check-in of Heart Goals, I would just, well, we're gonna have some notepads like this that are weekly check-in that you could use as a weekly check-in for Heart Goals. But if you wanted to check in on a weekly basis, I would just tell you to use this checklist at the front of your planner and look at it as you plan your week to make sure that you've checked all this stuff. And guys, this is it. Like, this is life in 5 segments. and it's really my heart. One of my intentions behind creating this planner is to help get this message out there. So you don't have to use Heart Goals to use the planner, but I want it to be there because I think it's important. Then this page is all about the only 5 lists you'll ever need in your entire life. So I've talked a little bit about this planner. Is also really good if you love making lists, because there's just so much space for lists right here. And so there, and you're going to see some of these other instances, but there's the dream list, like the big crazy, like, what do you want to do? Sometimes I call it the crazy list. Your master list. Almost all of us have this, like a running list of the things that have to be done. A project list. This is the list of things that we keep that are too big, that probably need to be broken down, or that are extending over a period of time. Our daily list, we all do that. And then there's almost always like a leftover list. Like this is the list of like other stuff. It's not a project, but it's not getting done today, but it's almost needs to be. One of my best friends, Emily Hill, who hopefully you guys will see more. She is helping me manage some stuff in business, but she says she keeps her leftover list on a sticky note and moves it throughout her planner. So I'll talk more about the list. And then this is just a really brief, like how to plan your day in 8 steps, little walkthrough. And then we've got the holidays page and the 2020 yearly overview, again with a Monday start. The holidays are in gray. Okay, I'm going to take that question down because I answered it. And let me see. There we go. How many pages total are in the planner? I'm so glad you asked, because that lets me show you another feature. There are page numbers. And there's also this special tab stuff in the back. I'll get to that in a second. So I can easily answer your question because I can just flip back here to the very last page, and there are 179 pages in the planner. Okay, so this is where we start to get into the list making. This is your dream list. Like this is like all the stuff. I want to build a 10,000 square foot house one day, like or whatever. I want to be on the Today Show, or I want to be on Martha Stewart, or whatever. Like just this is the nutty fun, and I really want to encourage you to dream list. Then this is the master list. So this is going to be like the running. Let me see if I can straighten this. The running list of things that you would like to go do. And then there's so the master list is more like these are things that I need to work on. Another thing that I keep on my master list is ideas. Like I would like to do a marketing campaign around thus and such. That's the kind of stuff that goes on my master list. Then we get to monthly heart goals check-in, and this is just what worked, what didn't, and what next steps need to be scheduled for the upcoming month, with the prompts for each of the life segments right here. And then we've got monthly planner, and then we have weekly formats. And on the monthly planner, there are these little icons. Again, I hand drew all these. So this is President's Day. I drew George Washington. How fun is that? There's this little guy on Groundhog's Day. St. Patrick's Day. I'll show you all the little icons. There's a little globe for Earth Day, an Easter egg. The American holidays have this little red, white, and blue flag on it. Some peonies on Mother's Day, garden flowers, a little shirt. Can you see that? Little. So we've got some more American holidays. And I know I'm going to get questions about holidays. It's traditional American Christian holidays are the only things that are included. I know I will get questions about that, and I would like to include additional holidays going forward, but I also didn't want to, these are the holidays that traditionally growing up in America, I have celebrated. And I just, again, like guys, I wanted this planner to be meaningful. So like there's a baby Jesus, like someone was like, you've got baby Jesus in your planner. Yeah, there is. 'Cause that's why we celebrate Christmas. And so those are the holidays that are included in the planner. And I'm going to get questions about that. So then in the back of the planner, I've got these 3 sections. They are notes, references, and index. Here, let me switch planners to show you because the tabs will stand out a little bit better. But there are these 3 sections in the back. Hang on. I'm going to use this one because that one is busy too. Okay, so let's talk about the notes tab. Okay, so on the front of the notes tab, there are 93 list ideas. So these are like You want to make lists? This is it. Like this is all crazy list ideas. And then there's in the notes section is divided into these list sections, because I don't know about you, but that's how I use my notes sections. Is I rarely fill a whole notes page. I mostly say, okay, I need to write down all this stuff about a doctor's appointment, or I need to write down, but I use this section for referring to things that I don't need on a weekly basis. So things like account numbers, passwords. I know some people are going to be like, I can't believe you keep those in your planner. And maybe I shouldn't tell the internet that I do, but contact information for people, things like that. And so I wanted to give you guys an idea of the different types of lists that you can use this section for. And so that's what these 93 lists are about. Childhood memories, house rules, power tools. So it's just funny. It's not funny. Like these are the things that can help us organize our lives and our minds. I read a book this past year called An Organized Mind, and it was so interesting what our brains do to categorize information. And so this list will actually help you categorize things and remember them, because Albert Einstein said, why remember what you can write down? So this is a section for just writing it down. Then the next section is the reference tab right here. And I've got a little bit of instruction right here. I'll read this. It says, your planner isn't just a planner. It's a tool you use to take notes, jot ideas, and make lists. Occasionally, you will need a spot to document frequently referenced information. Use this section for contacts and phone numbers, birthdays and anniversaries, account numbers or passwords. Make lists of medical providers, insurance information, budgets, savings plans, or favorite recipes. The 3-column format makes it perfect for a long, quick list. Feel free to combine 2-column sections into one by continuing to write across the jump in between. There's no wrong way to do it. You do you. Okay, so this is what the reference section looks like. So if you do need a whole notes page, you might use this section, but this is in 3, whereas the notes section is in 2 columns with sort of a checklist prompt. This section is a blank note style page with this little jump in between columns. So if you wanted to, I love little things like this in layouts, because it allows me to like almost turn this into a spreadsheet if I needed to, but it's flexible enough that if I just want to write straight across, because I have a lot of thoughts that need to be written in paragraph form, I can do that as well. And then there are a few pages in that. And then the last page is this index page. And if you guys are familiar, if you're a planner junkie like I am, you're probably familiar with the bullet journaling method. And because this is broken down into, because there are all these lists, like if you use this planner for making lists, there are going to be lists everywhere. You're going to have lists all throughout here, and you're going to want to be able to refer to that information on a regular basis. So that's what the index page is for. You can write a page number. You can write page numbers and topics. You could, I give you a few instructions right here for how you want to do this. So let's say that you are working on a project at school. You're in grad school or something. You're working on a project, and you might have notes throughout this planner all about that project. And so you would write grad school project. Maybe you use this column for some type of symbol or something like that you use to reference those notes, or color code or something like that. And so you're going to write the grad school project, and then you can write page numbers right here. And that's why we have page numbers, you guys, is so that you can reference all this. You can be like, okay, grad school project, I mentioned it on page 57. And so you just write page 57 right there. And so there's an index to help you reference all the information that you're going to keep in your planner. And another intention behind the index is trying to get you to keep all of your information in one place, because I don't know about you, but I just cleared a bunch of sticky notes off of my desk to do this planner. And then on the very last page, I wanted to tell you about this little bee motif that we worked into the brand this past summer. And I wanted to just tell the story behind that. So I'll read this section to you guys. It says, from childhood, bees have always been a part of Whitney's life. As a nickname for her sister, bees held the role of decorative elements, inside jokes, and inspiration to not just be busy, but to love big, just like her sister Bee. According to legend, Napoleon used the bee as a personal symbol because it represented hard work, diligence, industriousness, and orderliness. As producers of honey, bees also represent sweetness and generosity. As a company that firmly believes in giving back, we couldn't find a more suitable mascot. We decided to name her Busy as a nod to our love of learning and teaching businesswomen and a reminder to use our efforts to speak kindly, love big, and pay it forward. So that's it. And the binding's on the back, you guys. What else can I show you? Are there more questions? My brain is like, oh yes, let's do this. I think there might be a delay on the question thing. Okay, there were only 2 questions. That's awesome. I answered both those. I never use the whole notes page and it feels so wasteful or full of boxes. This is perfect. Yeah, I wanted there to be. Okay, let me turn this back around. How do I? Okay, hang on. Okay. Man, I tightened this thing so much that it's hard to get it like untight. Okay, I'm just going to stand up for the rest of this. Okay, yeah, I wanted it to be beautiful. And I'm just so excited about how it turned out. I'm going to go get all the pins at Target and I will do a pin test for you guys so that you can see it. Again, the tentative launch date on this is next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central Time. What else? What else can I tell you? I'm trying to like stand around boxes of planners that I took off of my desk. Samples. There were like so many samples, you guys. We started from scratch. So just because I've created a planner before, I probably was able to lay it out a little bit more quickly. But how do I move this thing? Come on, I want to sit down. I feel like that angle is awkward. But I started from scratch. I mean, the page size, everything, the lines, formatting a planner takes a lot of work. And once you do the first one, it gets easier. And I wanted this to be completely from scratch, just original to my current thoughts. So there are no references to that in here. Not even subtle ones. You're not going to find them. Even on sourcing manufacturers, I went back to square one and started from scratch. Okay, what's my website? WhitneyEnglish.com. Thank you for the bindings. Let's do this. I always use notes section when I'm planning parties, holiday card, mailing list, etc. Yes, sections, notes, sections. How many pages? I answered that question. I'm trying to see if there's anything that you guys asked that I haven't answered. The color of the tabs, you'll notice I wanted to incorporate a color, but it had to be muted, you guys, because I wanted it to work with my decor. I wanted to sit on the kitchen counter and kind of like match the kitchen. That's the Enneagram 1. When Enneagram 7s are unhealthy, they go to 1, which is perfectionism. And that's my perfectionist tendencies coming out. Okay, did you say anything? What is the page size? I'm going to try to get all of that information memorized, but it's keeping it's a lot of numbers to keep in my head. The page size is, 8.5 by, I feel like it was 6, but again, I want to make sure. Yeah, 8.5 by 6 is the page size. The paper is a thick paper, but it has like a vellum finish, like a smooth vellum finish. And it's a little bit translucent because of that. You probably could see when I was flipping through it, you can kind of see. I also used a darker ink
color on printing. We printed on a 4-color press, on a 4-color offset press. And so the words are a little bit darker. I've used 2 different ink colors throughout, this gold ink color, and then there's the monthly and weekly are in a very dark gray, and so it's there is a little bit of translucence. But I'll do a pen test so that you guys can see how that works. And then, oh, here's my bag of samples. Did someone put that there? Did my husband put that there? Hang on, hang on. I was gonna show you. Now I can't show you my desk because this is just a sample, you guys. So the box is not the final product, but we have these little matching pins in our signature stripe. These will not be available next week, but I'm very excited about that. So I'll do a pin test and show you guys how this works, as well as like some other pins on that. Okay, so I showed you on screen again. You want to see all the covers? What do you want to see on screen? What parts? 3 different cover styles. Hi, Kim. Long time no talk. Oh wait, this is a sample. That's not right. Oh my gosh, that was one of the prototypes. Here we go. I was like, there's something wrong with that. Sure. That one is a prototype too. Now I'm getting stuff mixed up. I've got to get the samples away from the actual products. Okay, what other questions? Is that it? Have I answered everything? Thank you guys for hopping on here. I am going to post the questions box in my stories. So if you have any more questions, I can answer them there. And then just keep following on Instagram over the course of the week as I give you more details about launch and all that stuff. Okay? I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for being on here. Bye.